Yeah, basically, committee no terms of reference here say they should authenticate the tape. And today, book in a book of trial can say tape near ya no me office. Me and me yeah. Near can what tape no so yampa. Me na de tape na kwa my president. It says at that end, omo juma na ba wie ye. Ni omo yes say ani say omo anya ba omo de what tape ni so no. And I your mom kwan for hearing their side of the story, no more the actual report. Then again, move to yesterday. No more cancer because of national security. Almost invited down Paris na yamano public no camera hearing. Yeah, me they said Dan Paris did not agree to that or call for public hearing. We share answers no ma yeah, any most of the questions are here bisana. Well, my man 110%. And see, if he said no, and no be say. I don't know whether they'll do cross examination or now say other guys need the evidence, but now you bisa one say no maybe. In terms of national security, me feel say you're wrong. Who they should have invited your director BNI because director BNI boys no BNI boys no investigation into the tape. I'm more picky two guys no Bugrin Abu's office. And to invite national security, you're wrong. It should have been director BNI. The reason being is that the police itself is a national security institute. And when you go to National Security Secretariat, their institutions they are the core of national security institutes. Police is one of them. And the name the entity almost see National Security Minister should come. But having said that, I don't see it going anywhere.
What do you not see going anywhere? Even with that particular yes statement I'm making, I would want to find. I would say Ebra Bugri na Bubetena committee name Emma ono no said the said leaked tape no one on a record here. The committee's work could have and as it should have ended there. Do you believe, sir, the committee as we speak now will have any relevance to the terms of reference that Yama committee no?
No, Sayama committee said they should authenticate the tape. And to me, name the idea where I yet say World Cup be a Yakobo or Morocco and answer Cote d'Ivoire. Authenticate the tape. And when you finish authenticating the tape, you have finished your job. I can understand, say, other tapes nearby related matters, but authenticate the tape. You have finished authenticating the tape. Let's close this chapter and keep going forward because it is a committee established by Speaker of Parliament. And basically the report to go to Speaker of Parliament. The state itself used the BNI because Dan Paris in most of the things he against Dan Paris in a role as a IGP. And the state used the BNI to investigate the case. The state has a clear understanding of what is happening. Where do you go from here again? Dan Paris as an individual, so are your investigations are or what the private outcomes of the investigation because your private entity they won't share with the public. BNI idea accord to the state, and the state has a clear idea about who did what and what has happened. If the state want to prosecute, then the state has power to prosecute, isn't it? And so we're a work set up by Speaker of Parliament. The report in Ibeman. But this whatever they will say about the report will have any influence on the course of our police and answer going forward what will happen in the police.
Mr. Kumado, what makes you say that committee ni Jumedia o did report Echo Koma Parliament Speaker of Parliament here? You don't feel and I say you don't have the belief that baby fufrobia.
No, it's not the belief. I don't see the outcome of Speaker of Parliament's work. Say they will make any reference that will have any significant change in the work of the police.
Could there have been a different approach and KBT issue to deal with this matter?
No, okay. So let's say the devil's advocate. Let me play the devil's advocate. What would be one of the recommendations in the committee's work? Said that what? Remove the IGP or let him stay. It has nothing to do with the authentication of the tape. Yet the prerogative of the president to appoint an IGP and to remove one. The state itself is struggling to get people to occupy the position of an IGP because Omunya 2 was one of the best IGPs in this country. A crime with Nifan buyer or Moyini free or pop way to buy before Dampari. Before said Dampari Bepan. Now there were terms of conditions or the mom before say or accept job. 33 years in the work as a police officer, a PhD, work with President Mills, served as aide camp, and I say Yefeno +1 in America to many of the big boys at the top. You don't think Dampari is qualified to be an NGP? Who call National Security Secretary, the coordinating secretary? Guy no yeah the coordinator is there, no yeah politician. Dampari Institute. Who call BNI? The director of BNI is a politician. Dampari Institute. The state itself is struggling to get experienced and professionals to work at the helm of the security institutions. And the committee report in the back then, you promote your more court, and I say it's part of the legislation of the police. And now Dampari can 2012 nobody saw law nearby, and he is not the fault of Dampari. They are lobbying to become director CID, and I say IGP. Yeah, the more now because Dampari knows say he will not be there to the end of his life, and as a Christ Beba. And what at all is going to be as a recommendation is to have a direct influence on security operations in this country. Meaning, it will not. I don't see. No, from some amount 3 legs, tape in a Dampari as an individual. Most of the things is about Dampari in role as an IGP. And it's so I hear the investigations as an individual.
Yes.
The state and Casa, because it's about the police. When you see Dampari and I say the police. And this time, for the first time, when you see BNI and nobody hear investigations. And the state has the outcome of this whole authentication already. And and where the arm of what parliament and almost is almost yet. And which organization again? Somebody can also decide to go to court. Now, a year prosecution, and it's to say investigation, authentication, then to come to a conclusion. And that is what it is. It has no national security implications. It has nothing at all. I don't know where they had that line. Say national security. And now say committee can say they should interdict the 3 officers. Who should the police rule? Every IGP, normally I don't talk of personalities. I always speak about principles. Every IGP himself, there will be 3 options. 1, to interdict the officers because they crossed the line. Number 2 is to sack them. And number 3 is to put them before court. Time will be of 4 questions. When you answer them, the 5th one will take you to prison for 7 years or 10 years. First question is your law enforcement officer, yes or no? Himself Bugri Nabu politician, yes or no? Unim Bugri Nabu's office, have you been there before? Yes or no? Have you spoken to Bugri Nabu about your profession and the institution you represent? Yes or no? So answers to these questions are yes. Obiama committee be say kokanche kakashromo say nyamane what tape news no una okan answer one can is dotted or is not dotted because you know say you cross the red line. Indiscretion at you. Now say indiscretion too, there are 2 things. You bow your head in shame, accept responsibility, and resign. And everybody knows this. But now you're committee, and if you look at the outcome and the attitude and the bitterness and the pessimist and some of those things, Master, it is not acceptable anywhere. And we should not condone some of these things. And that is what I've told you. I've done this job for 28 years.